What is up, guys? This is David from Bronx Banter coming at you with another episode. This time we're going to be talking about the catching situation. So ever since Austin Wells has come up or even been talked about possibly coming up back in last year, even last spring, we've been talking about what's going to happen with the catching situation. We had Higgy. Higgy's gone now. Wish you the best of luck, Higgy, over in San Diego, Padres land. But now we still have three catchers that are very well able to be major league catchers. Aaron Boone has come out and said that there's more than just three that he feels that could be major league ready. But we're going to talk about three specifically, which we all know who they are. Austin Wells, Ben Warvet, and now coming back from injury, Jose Trevino, once an all-star catcher, and platinum glove winning catcher with the Yankees just about 2 years ago. Yeah, we got a lot to pick from. And a lot of people initially may be thinking Ben Warvet, get rid of Ben Warvet, get rid of Ben Warvet. We have Austin Wells, which we all know has been major league ready to produce offensively for a while now. It was the question mark was how his catching development has been going. That has been going very, very well. Then we have Jose Trevino, which, like I said, has had just I believe a 2-year span with the Yankees, has already had a fairly decorated career, winning platinum glove, all-star game. Though last year he did struggle offensively, but his defense is so good that for just the catching position in general, you aren't too worried about what you're getting offensively. But if you can get something offensively, such as production from Austin Wells, why not take that offensive leap? Also, left-handed catcher, which looks like his swing is made for Yankee Stadium. I know we say that a lot with a lot of lefty swings, but guys like Rizzo and Wells, their swing is made for Yankee Stadium. We got Vorvet, which is also a lefty, but he's not wowing us offensively. Seems like a quadruple A catcher, someone that produces extremely well in triple A, but then when you come up to the majors, seems to struggle a bit. But again, his defense and his pitch calling seems to be very, very strong, as with Trevino being out, and even with Trevino being healthy last year, Ben Warvet became Garrett Cole's personal catcher. And so what is that going to look like? We have seen Garrett Cole catch with Austin Wells this spring. And I don't want to judge the productivity there because it's spring. Doesn't matter really too much how many runs you give up. But Garrett Cole has come on and said that he has liked and admired Austin Wells's pitch calling and just work ethic and his love for catching and the game. And Aaron Boone has come on and said that he has been extremely impressed with how Austin Wells has answered to the, not just the criticism, but the doubts of his catching abilities. He has progressed very, very well in that front. And just kind of coming down to all of it, who would I pick to be the main two catchers for the Yankees? It's no doubt, and everyone's going to agree, it was Jose Trevino and Austin Wells. But it's not as easy as you think. I believe what really throws the wrench in all this is that Ben Warvet is out of options, if I'm not mistaken. So the Yankees can't just simply put Ben Warvet down to AAA. They're going to have to put him on waivers, and probably a team is going to want to pick someone up like Ben Warvet, because again, Ben Warvet isn't atrocious. We aren't looking for the catching position. You're not looking for a lot of offensive ability if the defense is there. And Ben Warvet has that defense to fight despite this one spring blunder that he had. It was just weird. I'm not sure if you guys saw that game, but despite that one play, I feel like defensively he's more than capable of being a strong catcher. So I know someone will want to pick him up, so you don't want to just throw him out on waivers. But maybe you do because you don't want to give up on Austin Wells' possible offensive productivity this year. Seems like we're going very well offensive heavy this year, pitching depth. And again, they're trying to make that adjustment with Garrett Cole pitching to Austin Wells this spring. But again, the Yankees aren't quick to throw someone on waivers, especially with how they acquired Warvet. They acquired him from that Gio Urshela and Gary Sanchez trade, which has, outside of IKF being an amazing platoon off the bench piece last year, and we really, not amazing, but very good, played his role off the bench piece. That trade was a failure. Josh Donaldson was a failure for the Yankees. Ben Wortvet, if we just throw him on waivers and another team picks him up, that's going to come out to be a failure for the Yankees. IKF for kind of ended up not necessarily being a failure, but if I had anything positive to take from the trade, it was IKF. Um, but yeah, I don't know how quick the Yankees are going to want to throw someone like Ben Wortvet just like that on waivers, especially again, Ben Wortvet was just Garrett Cole's personal catcher, and the Yankees think very highly of Ben Wortvet, despite what we think as fans. But they also think highly of Wells and Trevino. And listen, Trevino's this last spring game, the only spring game that he's been a part of, he showed a lot of positive signs. He had a very big home run, very big sac fly. Believe he was 2 for 2 on the game with the sac fly. He also, I mean, again, I know that's just one game, but his swing looks much different, much better. His stance looks much better. He has more of a leg kick now. He also, his hands are a little bit higher as well, which looks very, very good for him. I believe his last stance, he looked a little too. He's already not that tall of a dude, but he already looked a little too scrunched up there. So he kind of got his hands out a little bit more, and it's looking a lot better. It seems like it's working well. Again, it's just one game. It's just spring. So that may not mean anything literally by the next spring training game or when the season starts. But I can't imagine the Yankees letting go again of a platinum glove catcher. So I hate to say it, but the only two options is really if the Yankees end up sending Austin Wells down, which would be the worst decision they could possibly make, or they just bite the bullet and either figure out a trade with Ben Horvat included, because I believe he does have some value for any team to have a decent backup catcher like Ben Horvat, or another idea that they could have or decision they may end up doing is just putting him on waivers and biting the bullet there. But I feel like it would be more harm to send Austin Wells down. And then Jose Trevino's not going anywhere. We also have some concerns with Trevino's health. He has struggled in and out with injury. But that's where Austin Wells will come in. And I will gladly have Austin Wells as an everyday catcher in case Trevino gets hurt. But having that righty lefty platoon, defensive first catcher, offensive first catcher, which I don't even know if I want to say that too much about Wells because Wells' defense is looking very, very good at back behind the plate, and a lot of Yankee front office people and even players and pitchers are advocating for his defense. So really, let me know what you guys think. It's a little stressful because I would be unbelievably frustrated, and I know I won't be the only one, unbelievably frustrated if the Yankees go out and they just completely butcher their decision and send Austin Wells down. They cannot, they should not, they better not. Just for the sake of keeping a catcher like Ben Orvet, which hasn't figured it out offensively in the majors. And quite honestly, we already have that defensive first catcher, and Wells is already progressing as a catcher. We're seeing what being in the majors is doing for him. So why not? Why deter that progression? Let me know what you guys think. I think I already know what you guys are going to say. And if you liked today's episode, please make sure you subscribe down below. It'll truly mean the world. Check out what YouTube suggests will be a great video for you. And also, The Martian wants you to subscribe. Judge wants you to subscribe. So make sure you do. And until next time, peace and be blessed.